stop laughing. This is serious stuff.
Good morning, everybody, for the Morning Waffle. Should I do it again, like last week? Let's get ready to waffle!
Do you want me to have people come slap you again? Did anybody slap you?
Nobody slapped me.
Nobody slapped Will.
I'm disappointed. What's wrong with you people? I give you...
Oh, like Will Smith. That's funny.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith.
Indeed.
So we do have Keaton Garrett with us this morning. He's been on K-ROG a time or two in the past.
What's up, Keaton?
Some things going on.
Just, hanging out.
He's
in a
here
chair.
for
I think I see him over
promotional purposes.
Blend into the wall. Probably.
He has an ulterior motive for being here today.
Sketchy.
Isn't that right?
Not really. I would love to just hang out anytime.
Well,
We'll get up and hang out.
Yeah.
I had to wake up 10 minutes early today.
I'm so sorry.
We can probably make that
Waking
happen.
up was not fun today.
Yeah.
Can I just tell everybody I am a
can.
Kansas Jayhawk fan.
Oh.
And it is a good morning, but it was a late night.
How late did it end? What time did it go
I
to?
mean, I don't know. It was close to 11.
Oh,
Way past
goodness.
my bedtime for a
Oh,
Monday
goodness.
Who won?
night.
KU.
KU won the game. Down by 15 points at the half.
Holy moly.
And I thought, I don't think this is going to happen. And it did.
Well, I went to Mizzou, so.
Yeah.
I had 15
sucks.
kids at my house, and they were yelling and screaming, and I don't watch any sports. And I was like,
Well, it was fun. It was fun for me because Shayna came home about the time the game started. She's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "We're up big." I mean, they put up 10 points right away, and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna cruise." And then it went really,
You're
really
going
bad. So right before halftime, she comes back through, and my boys come through, and they're like, "Oh, Dad, I'm sorry." I was like, "Yeah, just leave me alone." And so I've got.
Do you get mad and yell at the TV?
Oh,
or
yes.
do you sit
I
there
am a
angrily in
sports-
silence?
I am a sports yeller, screamer.
Okay, because
And-
that was my household
Yeah,
growing up.
yeah,
Anything
no.
Mizzou related, Dad was losing his mind.
I don't even need anybody in the room. I don't need anybody in the
Okay.
house.
So
But
you
if
just wanna
you're
be
there,
alone
yeah,
and
I just
tragedy and-
I will talk to the TV.
Chris
I
isn't
will
performing. He's
talk to-
coaching.
I'm coaching. I'm talking to the players. That is not the shot we're looking for. Why would you take that shot? Bill, call him in. We need to talk about this. I mean,
Bill?
that's just
On a first name basis
Yeah.
with coaches.
Me and Bill Self. We
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Well, you may have noticed our T-shirts today.
You done talking about basketball?
Yeah.
I think they're done. I think we're done.
I don't even think that had anything to do with the old KU Mizzou rivalry. It's just like I'm done with sports.
No, we're
there
not
was no
talking about
segue
this.
either. It was just
Once I
Topic
found out who
change.
won, my minor bit of interest was satisfied.
Pick on.
But no, I'm always trying to pay the bills, and
Yeah.
so it's tough month on the waffle.
Got cool shirts.
So all this.
They are super comfy.
I love this shirt, and I've gardened in this shirt already, and it's held up
That's
nicely.
so
That's
on
what I
theme.
smell.
Yeah, it's my musk.
not the wall.
It's urea.
Speaking of Elon Musk,
You never put urea on the plants?
What is urea?
What's urea?
It's basically fertilizer, but
What kind of fertilizer? What's it from? What
it's-
animal?
it's-
natural.
I think it's Emma. Where are you? Is it the third number? So if it's 0020, is that where? I don't know.
Ballard
Nitrogen's
knows
the first number.
Way more about
Potassium,
gardening than I do.
Yeah,
and then
I've got some plants I've kept alive for a couple of years.
Bravo.
And I have people call me and say, "My plant's dying. What do I do?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, is it
I think
too
you pee
dry?
on
Is
'em.
it too-" Yeah, urine is the life giver. Actually, that's my secret. You think it's
Bravo.
plain
Wait,
water?
never mind. That's athlete's foot. Never mind. Sorry,
Brondo is what plants crave.
Emma. We know nothing. So this is why you need Emma in your life.
Yeah, so call Emma, not us.
Not me.
Yeah. It's tough month, so we're wearing the shirts on the waffle, and we have a commercial. You guys want to see the commercial?
Yes.
I absolutely want to see
Excited.
it.
Let's see that.
Hey everyone, I'm Emma, and I am the Unique Flower Farmer. I am excited to be your local farmer this spring.
Hey,
Bravo.
now we're back. Yeah,
That was great, Emma.
Yeah, and she's here. She's ready to answer your question.
She's online. What's
Chris.
up, Emma?
So the question was what?
What is urea?
There you go.
Urea. Diarrhea.
Is it a planet?
Diarrhea.
So, Emma, we'll get back to that. But the Unique Flower Farmer Tough Outpost is in the parking lot of the Apple Center.
That's cool.
Opens April 18th, and we'll have all of your plants and.
Do we know what kind of stuff they have? Because I do want to plant a tree and some plants around.
Were you not
focuses
watching
on
the commercial?
Well, yeah, but like I don't. What's
Flowers.
the inventory? You know,
Flowers, herbs,
Flowers, plants, yep.
indoor, like shade plants, perennials, annuals, that type of thing.
What's a perennial or an annual?
We'll just move on. We're just gonna
Those
move
things
on
that grow
from there.
once and those things that grow every year.
Annual, like
You have to annually plant
Annually
them every
plant
year.
it versus
Oh.
perennial. They keep coming
They
back.
keep
I'm
coming.
not interested in an annual plant. Well, like
Most of my
sticks
plants are
around.
annual plants.
Really? You have
Even
to
the
replant
perennials.
them?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I kill them in 1 year. This
The
is
guy
why.
that so he's like, this will last you your whole life, and it lasted 3 weeks.
Sorry, plant.
Sorry, plant.
I meant
friend.
well for you.
Didn't happen.
This isn't working out between you and I.
You're
I
going to
will
have to
hold
die.
on to a plant until it is. I mean, I will try to make that puppy live, not by actually doing things you're supposed to do, by doing things that I think will help it.
The
I have-
urine is not the key. This
You
was not telling the truth earlier.
You dance with it or
I
something?
dance with the
Yeah.
plant. I make listen to music, move it from window to window.
Well,
you know.
that's really awesome.
Yeah,
It's like a pet for you.
I have an orchid that is something.
You go way back, huh?
It's I mean, I inherited it with the house, and
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm trying, but I don't know what you need.
Is that an outdoor plant or an indoor?
Indoor.
Plant? It's an indoor plant.
If one of mine dies, I give it back to the earth. And the
There you
earth
go.
being the small pot, I will take it and I crumble it and plant it. And I'm thinking, give new life.
This is
I
like
don't
the
know if it
Lion
works
King.
like that. I know. It's power, from the dead plant.
New life.
And then a new leaf,
Yeah,
buds the next day on the
I'm of that ilk of a little bit of fertilizer's good. A lot has got to be really good for the plant.
Oh,
Which I found out is not true.
oh,
You can overfeed a plant.
so you're coaching it. You're like, get in the game,
You
plant.
need more nitrogen.
Raw.
Put it all in there.
so
Oh, it's
uh,
dead.
I think when
Yeah.
you overfeed yourself, you don't feel that good.
I don't know. I
You're
kind
just
of.
like,
so kind of
You're
I ate
right.
at
You're right.
Lambert's
and then you
last
keep
night, so yeah.
feeding.
I'm
Yeah.
there.
So that's a good reminder. There's a lot of good things going on today. We got to vote. Got to go vote today.
We have a lot of subjects to cover, and Will's
We
keeping us
do.
on task.
I'm trying to get the job done over here.
We appreciate
you guys
you.
want to talk about basketball
Producer.
and peeing on plants, and that's where we're at today.
But no, our point is,
normal waffle topics.
not only will Emma sell you those plants, she can help you to know what to do
there
with
we
it.
That's
go.
true.
That
And
was the
she's
point I was
delightful.
trying to make.
And her
So
cruise
she
is
is delightful.
24/7, right?
Yeah.
She gives the cell phone number, and you can call her.
You
3
just
in the
call her.
morning.
Anytime,
Phone
right?
a
She is.
friend.
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
a hotline.
And,
Hotline for plants.
but
we do have
apparently
other things.
Beth was our fan Beth, who usually has greeted us by this point,
Where's
but she was
Beth?
apparently voting. She was voting.
Oh.
There you go.
That makes
Urea, it's a
sense.
form of
Nitrogen
nitrogen fertilizer. There's the answer to your
Boom.
question.
So you were
Boom.
right.
I was
You
right.
were- you
It was
did say
it's the
nitrogen.
first number. Nitrogen is the first number of the three.
I had
Okay.
no idea there was numbers.
What are the other two?
You didn't
though?
know? So if you get like a 12-12-12, it's just a balanced, general, all-purpose fertilizer. But then you get specialized. So like I just planted a food plot last week of clover. And so I need some 0020, which is really hard to find around here.
And what's the 20?
There's a
I
fertilizer
forget. Emma, what's the
shortage.
third number? I think it's nitrogen, potassium.
Oh, there's 3 different things.
Yeah.
Special
And
sauce,
then
lettuce,
it's a
cheese,
different
yeah,
pickles,
amount of
onions.
them.
What planet are we on this morning?
I don't know. Am I blowing your mind that I know anything
We're at
about all
the
this
Tough
stuff?
Outpost this
Yeah.
morning is where we're at.
Now I'm wondering about my fertilizer because I
See,
have
I
a couple
don't.
different ones.
I don't just know about hair product, Keaton. I know about fertilizer.
You know about product that makes things grow.
That's right.
All types of
Like
products.
Jesus. You know about that too.
He's a one-use product. It's like the shampoo, 5-in-1.
I'm like that. I'm like that traveling salesman and evangelist, and pull up in my wagon with.
And coffee products.
That's right. Yes.
Head coffee.
Dr. Ballard's Super Elixir right here.
It's got urea in it.
What flavor would it be? What's your flavor?
Oh, my.
Coffee. Black coffee.
Yeah.
Keaton, why are you here today?
We've got the Young Life banquet coming up. We keep saying banquet, but it's not a banquet because we've changed it up.
It's been a
trivia
banquet
night.
in the past.
Yeah, it's been a
Stop
banquet.
calling it a banquet.
I
then.
know, but it's like a word that everybody knows. But it's
your
a trivia
MPK.
night. And so we're making teams of 8 that are
Fun.
going to come out. We're going to have like kind of a game show type of thing. that you would. Game shows are on during the day, right? Like Price is Right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, like
you know,
daytime
I don't know. I
game
work during the day.
shows.
Wheel of Fortune's what? They come on at what, 6:30, 5:30?
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
No,
right after
my
the
dad
news,
would always turn it
6:30.
off.
So Techie Game Show, we'll have a host and we'll have a game going on up front. Everybody in the audience takes part, guessing the things, and it'll just be a lot of fun.
And
Cool.
where's this going to be?
It's going to be at the middle school.
When is
Nice.
this going to be?
April 25th, question mark.
That's
Okay.
correct.
That's
yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Dory's got all the details. Anytime anybody asks me anything, I look at her. And so
Yep.
she's not in here right now. But the 25th, you can sign up online. You can go to the Young Life website or the Facebook, or I've shared it or whatnot. You can sign up. It'd be really awesome.
You do need to sign up in advance.
Yes, you do need to sign up in advance because we'll probably fill all of the
was gonna
tables.
say, do
but
you have a limited
desserts are
number?
provided.
Is it a pay? You pay to
Yep,
go?
$10 per person.
This is a fundraiser.
$10.
Well, I
understand
understand
that, but
So a lot of people probably don't know what Young Life is. So tell
So
them.
Young
Do
Life
explain.
is a non-denominational kind of outreach organization, and so it's for middle school or high school. And the purpose of it is to bring kids in that aren't typically in church. So our goal is not to pull kids away from like the local churches or from the youth groups or whatnot. We have a lot of kids that come to Young Life that are not comfortable maybe going to a church building. Which is fine, and so they're comfortable coming to Young Life, which is where they get to have fun and they get to hear about Jesus, and then hopefully we will spurn them into a local church.
spurn.
That's a good word, right?
I don't know.
I don't think it means what you think it means. But
Okay, well we will
don't spurn.
guide them.
yeah,
in.
don't be spurning people.
Is that with the little thing?
Those are Spurs, but you know.
Spurs.
A spurn is where you reject someone. Like
Oh,
you spurn.
that's not the word that I meant.
I don't think that's what I said.
Yeah.
You want to spur them on to.
Spur them on.
Spur.
I'm glad I'm not the only person who can't come up with the right
It's just
word.
a wonderful malapropism, and
But-
I love malapropisms.
We
So
had
it's a great
15
lot of
kids
fun.
in my house last night, so they got to see my new house, and that was chaos.
I need to hear
because-
more about your new house. Probably not on air. I mean, you don't have to
Oh,
tell the
okay.
whole world
Yeah, I
about
got
your
you.
new house, but I need to know things.
What's your address?
Yeah, can we come?
for.
Keaton becomes
But
uncomfortable.
it's a ton of fun. Young Life has kind of declined in our area in the past couple of years, but this semester we have been regrowing. We've got kind of a
Wonderful.
new vision.
Yeah.
My
Your
fiance,
fiance
and I,
was just telling me that on Friday
It's
that you guys
exciting.
are starting to see some growth coming
Yeah.
back on the Monday night club nights.
Yeah, it's really great actually, and we've
Which,
got,
speaking of, tell everybody when they meet.
Yeah, so we meet every week Monday at 7:29 at the Young Life building. It's on Center Street.
Yes, that's
right?
Center. It's in
Kinda
my
catty
neighborhood.
corner from
That old
Center
gas
Suites.
station
Yeah, old
across-
gas station.
yep.
And so we meet there. We have, we do games and mixers and a crazy skit, and we sing and dance, and then we have a little thing about
Skits.
Jesus.
They have fun. It gets rowdy. It's high energy. They have a blast.
We're a
It's-
bunch of
cool.
weirdos and freaks, and so literally anybody is welcome. We've
Jesus
got
freaks.
yeah, Jesus freaks.
Just had a DC talk
Um,
flashback.
Yeah, we've got athletes and band kids and musical kids, and so it's awesome. You'll probably see some of us at like sports games. We
Sports
saw
ball.
the girls soccer.
Yeah,
game
you guys
last
came out
week,
last
and
Thursday, I
They
think it was.
annihilated. Who did you annihilate?
That was Fairgrove.
Fairgrove.
Congratulations
Sorry,
on the
Fairgrove, but
annihilation.
they annihilated you.
Yeah, we 8-0'd them in the first half.
Whoa.
That's a mercy rule.
But yeah, so come out to
Thanks
the
for
banquet.
coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, you can learn about Young Life. You can meet the weirdo kids that are hanging out with your kids.
He means weirdo in a very positive
Very
way.
In a
positive
loving way.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
definitely.
Young Life on Monday night. There's Wildlife as well, which is the junior high.
Yep. So Wildlife's in the mornings, and they're gonna maybe move back to the evenings. They just had their first kind of kickoff last night.
They still do Thursdays or
It's Wednesday mornings right
oh, okay.
now.
It used to be Thursday nights. It's Wednesday mornings.
Yeah,
It's
it used
good
to be
know.
Thursday. They're gonna land on a new date. They're just having trouble with schedules
Gotcha.
with kids and stuff. So
Well, those junior
yeah.
high kids are kind of dependent upon their parents to get
Yeah,
places,
they
right?
can't
Mom, I
drive
gotta
and
go.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Can you drive me, Mom?
Mom, drive me somewhere. Mom.
Mom! I want chicken
Yeah.
nuggets.
But yeah.
With some Szechuan sauce.
This is my freaking life. Come here. Mom, hey, Mom. My girls
Huh?
have a new phrase.
We-
Mom, you're probably going to say no. But, and I'm
Then
like,
why are you asking?
there's a 90% chance I'm about to say no. So I
And now
think
that you
that route.
phrase it that way, it's 95%.
Yeah, but if they were like, hey, when they get old enough to be like, hey, Mom, can I go to Wildlife? I'll be like, yep.
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 Be
There's
like, "Mom,
weirdos
you're
out
probably gonna say no.
There's
Yep.
weirdos there.
I have I've gotten to the point where I'm like, hey, go bring me a Diet Coke because they're.
Oh, I do
they
that
dri-
too.
well,
Oh, when they can go
Oh.
driving.
They can
and
go.
shit
They
like
can
that.
literally like drive. to
Who needs
McDonald's.
Uber?
That's right. You just need
Will
teenagers.
has his own Uber Eats. Teenage Eats.
Go get me a
Well, I
Diet
mean,
Coke.
I set the tone really well because when Peter, who's our oldest, was got his driver's license, Luke was going to school with him. And he'd drive him to school, and so he would drive Luke home. And they called me one day, and Peter said, "Hey, Luke's, you need to come get Luke, or he needs to find another way home because I'm going to go do this with my friends." I said, "You don't understand. You have a car for my convenience, not yours. Bring your brother home, and then you can go do what you want." So that was just like,
So that worked out really well. for him.
and
Hey,
and
Dad,
all my kids all remember that, and so they're
Classic
like, "Okay,
teenage
we
brain.
understand that the car is for Dad's convenience."
Well, it'd
not
take him
our
5
convenience.
minutes to take him home, right? Classic teenager brain. Like,
Yeah.
I got to rearrange everything for this.
Yeah.
Well, teenager probably get there in 2.5 minutes.
He better
Probably.
not.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. Right through my town. That's I'm the judge, so gotta do that. So me and Elon bought some Twitter.
I heard
Tell him how much
I
stock
heard
you bought
about
versus
his
how much
first
Elon
tweet.
bought.
I bought 10 shares.
Elon
Bought I don't know how many
$3
shares, but he
billion.
spent $3 billion.
10%.
$3 billion of shares.
I've missed this.
Oh,
when
yeah,
did this happen?
yesterday, Elon Musk bought 10% of Twitter. Just
Wow.
bought it. And
I wonder how Twitter felt about that.
well,
What
I
a
know
mic drop.
at least one of their people in charge of like basically censoring speech is like, "I'm not working for that man," and quit. And it's like, okay,
Brilliant.
At what point?
brilliant, working already.
He's like, that's the easiest day of work I've had in a long time.
Elon Musk
exactly
is
what
like, worth it.
Yeah, because his whole point is he's been going on this little thing about how Twitter's, they're censoring. They basically have become the public square. They shouldn't. So he's saying they shouldn't be censoring free speech.
I might get back on Twitter.
Well, I did, and
never been
I
on the
bought some
tweeter.
shares. But it's interesting because I thought, what a brilliant idea. Now we all can't do that,
Right.
but I was
should all
listening-
do that.
Speak for yourself.
Can I borrow
But
some cash?
if you do invest,
Maybe if we
how about
pool our money
buying
together.
companies like Twitter, like Facebook,
Like Disney.
like Disney?
Oh wait, you can't just buy that.
Yeah, you can.
Are they public
Yeah, it's a
traded?
public DIS. I own some
know.
Disney.
Yeah,
At what
my
point,
parents were on
though?
a
'Cause,
call.
so the point is you get somebody voting.
Yeah, you get to
Right.
vote your shares. You get to vote, and you can actually, if you can't go to the meeting,
You can proxy
You can
vote.
proxy. So I'm giving Elon my proxy in Twitter,
Nice.
and I'm going to let him
Well,
vote
it's
my
like-
10
yeah.
shares, and that'll be over the top.
Let me text Elon real quick. Make sure he knows he's voting for me.
Did you see his first tweet?
Yeah. Oh, hi.
hi.
LOL. Yeah, I
LOL
retweeted
is
that
the
one.
most-
said.
Yeah,
LOL is the most.
Right after he bought the shares, he tweeted, "Oh hi, LOL."
LOL. We've gotten to a point though with that term. Now you need to clarify how you're using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Lots
you
of
being
love.
funny? Are you being
Lots of
passive
love.
aggressive? Are you being
No, Mom.
My mom will text, something and then ... LOL. And I'm like,
Those
know how I feel
those
about
are
that.
ellipses.
well, yes, but
Ellipses.
she...
Yeah.
I
turns
love
out
it when
I
my
was-
kids now tell me that you're saying that wrong. That's not right. We were watching the game last night.
Passive aggressive using so many ellipses there. Every other word.
We're watching the game and they're like, dude, that dude is clapped. And I was like, I thought that was
Ew.
positive. I thought it was positive. No, that means he's ugly. When did it become ugly? They're like,
Clapped
Dad,
means
come
you
on.
got. No, that's clipped, I guess, or clapped. You get
okay?
shot.
So there is the clap that you
Right, it's not
don't
that.
want to get,
Not that. Yeah.
or clapping.
No, it means you're ugly. That is.
They're reaching on that one.
I
Oh,
talked
I
to a
know.
middle school
They're
kid on
reaching
Saturday,
hard.
and I was literally incapable of holding a conversation because there were so many words and jargon being thrown around that I was like,
Yeah, but I did redeem myself. I got their approval on one thing. A buddy of mine was talking smack about the game at halftime when
That
KU was
word's
getting
probably
trashed.
outdated.
And I started to reply. Yeah, smack. I'm sure it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
So I started to reply, and I was like, no, I'm not going to. And then when KU won, I came back, and they're like, boys, look, I've got my reply ready to go. I'm just waiting to hit send. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I said, I just did this emoji. And they loved it. They loved it. So I got that right? It's nothing better than the silence.
That was cool.
Yeah, and I was like, cool, they approve.
Cool.
I'm not
but if you do that today, it's going to be out.
Right, it's already
Yeah,
gone.
it's gone.
I
That'd
don't
be so
know.
clapped.
I'm not
all
be
the,
so glad.
all the
Face
prom
alive.
kids were doing this.
What does that mean? Taking
I
heroin?
don't know. That's
Yeah.
what I said. I said, is this like a drug thing?
Ew.
Because
Feels
if
like
it is,
drugs.
we're going to have to talk
I've
about
seen
that.
kids. I've seen the kids do.
So what does
that.
it mean?
I don't.
They won't tell me.
Can
You're in
someone-
Young Life.
I know they won't tell me.
should know this, Young Life.
And they
I
said,
know no
no,
one's
it's not a
watching
drug
that can
thing. And I'm
explain.
like, okay, but what is
What
it?
is it?
Yeah, because I would love to know because it's in all of your pictures.
It's
and
urea.
Urea. What was the thing that people were injecting for COVID? Chloroquine or hydrochloroquine?
I don't think you can say that word.
Oh,
You're
Right,
gonna
you
get a
just
censor.
got
We're
banned.
off.
Just got banned.
Gummit.
We're
That's
banned.
the end of the waffle. Thanks, Keaton.
Yeah, urea is what it was. But they had some fourth thing. They're like, it's just for fun. I'm like, no,
They don't know
there's
what that
something.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Well,
I just got
cool
my
kids.
infusion
Oh,
from
yeah.
Nourished.
Pickle juice.
That's what it is.
I just got my infusion at
It's
Nourished
Nourished.
Wellness. That's what that is.
It means
juice, right?
nourished.
Straight pickle juice.
It looks like it, doesn't
Yeah.
it, in the picture? No, that's the Myers cocktail.
I like the Myers.
Which is, it's pretty good.
Thank
All
you.
kinds of good vitamins.
This station break is brought to you by Nourish.
Straight to the bloodstream. Yeah, got to pay the bills,
Oh,
right?
Emma said NPK, nitrogen.
Yeah. Yep.
You're like
phosphorus.
16 steps behind.
Oh,
Keaton.
really?
We've already-
Yeah. I
I
was
have
saying
my glasses
I
on.
was saying potassium was second. It's actually third.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
the K, not the P.
People
Oh,
who are
this
just
is-
tuning in
I forgot
are so
phosphorus.
confused.
I know, yeah. That's okay. Well, go back to watch the beginning.
So there's-
Nitrogen helps the leaves, phosphorus helps the blooms, and potassium helps the roots. So you're
Roots.
putting down some roots.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's right.
With your 20.
With my 20, my
Jesus.
00
Also
20.
very
I'm
potassium,
trying to get those
phosphorus,
roots to take.
and nitrogen.
Oh.
So really, you could probably
nice.
just set an open Bible next to your plants, and they.
That's the way Lauren does it. She just
Psalm 1. Playing them. That's streams of living water.
yeah, shall not be moved.
Just like
Proverbs will
French
just
Santa.
like hunker down and get stronger.
So
something
where
else
do we
going
go
on
from here?
today.
It's election
Yeah.
day. It's election day.
Election
And
day.
so you need to get out there in Rogersville, vote for the bond initiative. We're voting yes on
Yeah,
that.
we won't tell you who to vote for, but we'll tell you what to vote for.
Yep.
So,
Vote yes on that.
Vote yes on that.
bond
Did you guys
issue.
notice there was more signs up today?
Yep.
Did you do some of those?
Yep.
Maybe.
And you probably asked for permission where
Maybe.
you put yours.
Sort of.
I'm a guest, so this is not an official
Some of 'em-
K-ROG stance, but I have learned that this bond does not increase taxes at all, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. And it also doesn't take taxes away if it doesn't pass.
Correct.
Correct.
Taxes will not go
So
up,
why
nor
would
will
you
they
not
go down.
vote on building the schools?
Not sure why
Question
you'd
mark?
be a no.
I
Because
saw-
you hate children.
Yeah, I saw some signs that said "vote no" on the road my parents live off of, and I was like,
I think people
why?
just don't understand
Yeah.
how this works, and that's because it's reasonable to think that
Yes.
well, I
Yeah.
understand they won't go up, but they would go down if this
Yes.
fails, right?
And-
But that's
and-
just not true, and we clarified that.
Fact
with
checker.
Dr.
And I think
Prove that
probably
that is false.
everybody in this room
Yep.
has a general agreement that, we don't like more taxes.
we do not.
Yeah, we are not. Yeah.
But I do believe in local government, and I am in favor of local government spending it that way for our schools and for
I
our
think we
kids.
should pay local taxes a little bit to the state, and the feds are on their own.
So
That's the way
I was
That would be
giggling about
fantastic.
Joe's vote early,
And
vote
vote often.
often.
That's right.
We drove by a cemetery last
Vote
night.
multiple times.
We drove by
Funny,
a
I didn't know
cemetery
you were a
last
Democrat. Oh wait,
night. Wait, what? I know. We drove by a cemetery last night. I'm like, I should put some signs in there.
Get the Democrat votes.
My husband thought it was funny.
Yes, Shauna, it's Green Shirt Day.
It is. This is for
Tough month.
Yeah,
Tough month.
I didn't
Go see Emma.
know.
On the
Thanks a
waffle.
lot.
So the outpost.
there was a fourth shirt out there.
Well,
There was a fourth shirt.
There are four.
It was a triple XS, and
Fourth shirt on the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
but
vote
yeah, go
today.
vote. Yes,
Vote.
Go vote.
Specifically,
And I've
vote
had
yes.
several people reach out to me and ask, like, what are you voting for? And I appreciate that. I think it's good. Talk to your neighbors.
Yeah, I had a friend just moved to town last night, and he was like, "Hey, I'm new to the Rogersville scene. Kind of give me the rundown on school board members, on aldermen, on the whole bit." And so I was like, "Hey,
Cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that he's
fun.
trying to, find out a little
I
more."
think I got to vote 6 or 7 times.
Really?
Well, yeah, people ask me who to vote for. And
Oh.
I tell them, and then
Yeah.
so it's like I get an extra vote. So
That's awesome.
And
is
that
awesome.
the bill thingy, whatever it is, the money is going to go towards a lot of educational stuff too.
Oh, yes.
It's not so they're not just
Yeah.
building a super complex for sports. They are building some additional sports things, but it is there are a lot of
Yeah.
buildings
Well,
and
The
additional.
number one
building is-
priority on every meeting
Yeah.
I've been in has been
Yeah.
classrooms and security.
and every
Yeah.
building is getting an educational upgrade.
If you weren't at the PTA meeting, K-ROG has Dr. Randall's on there explaining
Yep.
the whole thing. You can go back and watch before you vote. If you're unsure of that, please at least go listen to it
Yep.
and find out what you're voting for
Yeah.
on that bond issue.
You
Just
might
be
oughta
informed.
Share
One
that
cool
again.
thing I've seen is when people have asked, like, hey, tell me about the school board candidates, and some people have shared links to, like, the PTA stuff, the K-ROG stuff. That's right, Tatiana. They have a vested interest. Vote today. Your vote is our future.
Now there is a contested alderman race.
Yeah,
in
Tatiana
Rogersville.
Orsini is the wife of Victor, who's running for Alderman 1.
Yep.
She's one of our regular viewers, too.
Parks and
Or
Rec
Can't
ladies
Talk.
running for alderman. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it'd be Corey and Victor running for Alderman Ward 1, and then the other alderman and mayor spots are uncontested. So they'll still be on the ballot.
I should run for mayor. Do you think I have enough time to print some signs and
Well,
get them
you
out there?
live
Sure,
in
Goldie.
Ozark, so
Yeah.
You're
You
right.
want to run for mayor of Ozark?
Mayor.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm
I know
gonna
you're
run
gonna
for
talk about
mayor.
that.
I'm going to run for mayor
there was a
today.
TV show on that one.
That's
They called
a-
The Mayor. It went for one season and went. Pfft.
Oh, I don't know. I was at out of the Back to the Future.
Oh no,
Because that's what I was doing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mayor Goldie.
Mayor Goldie. Yeah. No, it was. It was.
You can start by cleaning up this shop.
It was a. You got it, man. That's it. That's Back to the Future. Back to the Future.
Back to the future.
So it's a big day. It's a big day
Yep.
in Rogersville
It's a big
across
day.
the area. There's several candidates for the school board, and they've put some work into those races.
Yeah, they
they
have.
really have. I don't know what the norm is because I haven't voted for too many school board candidates since I've been here, but they've put some work into those.
You know, honestly, I think everybody running for the Rogersville school boards got their head on straight. But
Yeah.
Springfield's going to be interesting because
Boy, I've been watching that.
They've
I'm
got
curious.
two constitutional Christian conservative candidates and two that have been endorsed by the local Communist Party.
Local. Okay. Whatever.
Well,
I
And so
have-
this
I
is what's
gotcha.
battling out in
Yeah.
Springfield.
Yeah.
I have been watching that.
And this is why these votes are so important. Don't look at it as just an April election. This is an important election.
Yeah.
Anytime you're voting for school board in Rogersville, understand that we are one bad election and a few bad hires away from having the mess that Springfield has.
Yes.
And
it
from
is
what
a-
I've seen
yeah.
on some numbers lately, it's a mess.
It is a
It's
mess
a
because you've
big
got,
mess.
so we need people in Rogersville that are going to protect Rogersville values.
Yeah.
Because we don't need this crazy stuff coming into our schools. And, it's hard enough now just to hire teachers that are not going to be focused on wrongly influencing kids. Just teach your subjects.
And that's
we
why
don't
we
need
say,
your social
I feel
views
for our educators
pressed
right
on our
now.
kids.
So, oh my gosh.
and that's why Appleseed is such a big deal
Yeah.
with what they do. With
Young Life,
Young Life.
Appleseed,
And
all
last
these
week.
things that are really supporting our school systems and getting in there and bringing a positive view. And we have good teachers that
Oh, we
understand
do,
their
yeah.
purpose.
And
'Cause- and I'll tell you this, as you and I, our wives are both public school teachers here in Rogersville.
fiance is
and your
gonna be the
fiance just
librarian.
got hired. So,
you all know he's marrying my niece.
I did know that.
Yeah.
Is there going to
Married
be a
into the
shotgun
family.
at the wedding?
So I'm sure there will be.
I mean,
There's got to be.
kinds
There
of
kind of has to be.
No, and listen, I tell people this all the time because there is a strong movement towards homeschooling because
There
of
is,
all
yeah.
the cultural weirdness going on.
Yeah.
And I get that. I support that, especially if I was in the East or West Coast, we would be homeschooling our children.
Absolutely.
And in various other pockets. But
Yeah.
here in Rogersville, we have so many teachers that they feel a sense of calling, divine calling to be
Responsibility.
there. It's not just a job for them, it's a ministry to them because they love those children and our Rogersville schools are a safe
They are.
place.
I am
and
more
we
and
need to
more
protect
thankful all
it.
the
It is a
time.
treasure.
It
And that's
is.
why we say if you vote blue, just drive on through.
Gosh, there's Will with this.
Don't move here. We don't want you.
I had to delete that comment the other day. I'm like, I'm not debating on my post.
Debate.
It's not that I'm not debating with it. I'm not doing it.
So I do sit on the board for Gloria Deo, the Christian.
it's great.
classical,
Yeah.
and it's a great. And enrollment is exploding.
Yeah.
We're having to start waitlist students up there because they're fleeing from Springfield.
Well,
schools.
Rogersville's enrollment is
It's
exploding
getting
too.
big.
It is.
Last
People
week
want
there
to move
was
out of
8
Springfield and
kids
move here.
Just in the primary.
I've heard specific reasons people are moving from West Coast because of school districts and they don't want their kids exposed to certain things. And then,
Well, it's not just exposed; it's indoctrinated.
well, and you can say, well, that's not going to happen. It happened in the university systems.
Sure did.
We know
Oh
that.
yeah, it
totally
100%.
happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Well-
mean, it's and to me, you're not going to school to get an education on political views unless you're in political science classes,
Right.
right?
And even there, they should be presented fairly.
Yeah.
That's
neutral.
the deal.
And they
because-
weren't
Neutral,
in the
neutral
90s.
is gone.
Not at all.
Yes.
And here, so like at our home, we canceled our Disney Plus subscription last night.
Yep.
And I have always been
Or why?
a Christian who says, listen, we need to not avoid culture. We need to be in the midst of it, and we
Yeah.
need to be bringing Christ to it. But when you turn a certain corner, you've gone so far where it's not just, okay, you have your views and I have my views and we kind of learn how to work it out together.
Yeah.
Now, as you said, it is blatant indoctrination, and they have come out. It's very bold. It's very clear. Here is our agenda.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you saw the video, the insider video
Yes.
of the creator who said,
It is
I'm
our
doing
job.
everything I can to bring, and her word, queerness to Disney
Yeah.
children's shows.
That is very
saying-
different than saying there will be queer characters because we believe there are queers in society. It is saying, no, we're going to put it everywhere so that more people will be queer.
Yeah.
That is a very
and
different statement.
and not a as hot button issue of a point. I do want to bring this up. So Evelyn watched a couple of shows, and I've always censored what my kids watch, pretty much. I mean, and I have allowed them to watch a lot of Disney movies and stuff, but I usually watch it before they see it. And there's some like Nickelodeon. You're not watching Nickelodeon. It's too crazy.
Yeah.
And again, it's not such of a hot button issue as that specific topic. But I started noticing Evelyn was watching this show that I thought was okay. It was very reminiscent of like Saved by the Bell type shows, you know. Well, I start noticing she's acting extremely like teenager moody. And she's a sweet kid.
Yeah.
She
is.
starts doing
It's-
things that are very not Evelyn.
Right.
And to the point where I can tell I'm like, something is up. Like I start getting worried. So then I start
I have to take
putting
you to Chris
some
and-
things together. And I'm like, she's mimicking
life.
the teenage kids she sees on this show.
Yep.
And so we and this is a thing to parents out there. I'm like, you're not watching that show anymore. We're done. You're not watching it. 2 weeks later, she was back to normal, and it was freaky
Yeah, they're
to
gonna
me.
mimic what
It's
they
real,
watch,
y'all.
yeah.
It's real.
Because
What they watch
that-
matters.
And again, that show was not an over the top show. It was something that I thought was completely fine. But then again, I wasn't watching Saved by the Bell when I was 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was watching
Right.
Saved by the Bell when I was a teenager or 12 or 13 or whatever. So I mean, it 100% matters. These YouTube videos, guys, are garbage.
Yeah.
They are crazy. They are garbage.
Unless
And
you're
that's-
watching K-ROG on YouTube. Then
Yes.
it's okay. That's okay.
But these kids' YouTube channels are designed to amp up
Yeah.
and sell your kids
Provoke and, yeah.
and provoke, and it's crazy to me. So that's my soapbox. I'm gonna jump off.
So there is
of
some
that.
good media out there, like Angel Network has got the Tuttle Twins, great animated cartoon show for kids that makes fun of communists. I love it.
Oh,
Bluey. I like Bluey.
yeah.
Bluey is an awesome show. It's awesome. It is a good.
I've started writing children's books.
Yeah.
Very. Oh,
That
jeez.
sounds frightening.
I have
What was it? Grunkle Will? Or
Grunkle Will
Grunkle Will, yeah.
and the Big Black Truck.
Aim of the Grunkle Will.
I mean, the
I'm going to have. I'm getting ready to introduce
boy.
a villain character, and it's going to be called the Keaton. And that's going to be my evil character.
Character.
Does he snap forks
The
and rage
Keaton
out?
rages out, snapping forks. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's
no,
gonna be great.
the TV shows though off the same thing. The video games is a big thing too.
Yeah.
Bad,
and I
yeah,
have never
bad.
really looked
I'm
at
not
them negatively
quite
because
there yet,
I
yeah.
have played video games my whole life. And I've played, action games and shooter games, and I don't think that it's really negatively affected me. But there's some stuff that is, there's some,
Snapping forks.
yeah. But there's some stuff now that I see that I'm like, whoa. And I still play Xbox
Yeah.
occasionally.
I
And
play a lot
post
of
it on
Call of
Facebook.
Duty, and
Yeah.
it's super violent, but and then the chatter's kind of. But
The chatter's
But I
awful.
I
I played
I
Call of
turn
Duty
the-
for like 2 years straight.
I
It's
turn all
awful.
the voice
The
stuff
nonsense
off.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
got you. It's tough. If
Well,
you're letting your kids listen to,
I posted on
it's
Facebook
toxic.
the other day.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
looked.
go to Instagram and look up Fortnite,
Yeah.
just Fortnite, and click on profiles, it's completely pornography.
Don't do that.
That's
yeah.
all it is.
It's
Yeah, don't do
awful.
it.
It's
So don't do it.
horrible.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
horrible.
like, what is this?
Yeah, and the video
It's a trap.
games.
Yeah.
We play a little bit of video games like Mario Kart, and but I don't think it's so hard to parent kids in modern times because you are battling outside elements all of the time.
Yeah, I'm glad
Everywhere.
I'm pretty much done.
It's hard, guys.
About to kick
Super
two
hard.
out.
Yep.
One left.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of parenting, I've got an 8:30 meeting with my father. He's waiting down at the coffee shop.
Well, we
for
better
me,
wrap
so-
this up and get out
Is
of here
it
then.
time?
That's
Did
what
we
I'm
ramp
saying.
It
it
is.
up?
It's 8:30.
Ah, okay.
So vote.
Yep.
My plants it tough when she
I
opens.
appreciate Amanda. Yes, pray before you vote.
And the
Yep.
Young Life thingy-mabobber that
Yep.
Keaton's over here.
Support Young Life.
All
They're
kinds
awesome.
of interesting things
Yep.
today.
Catch you
Emma,
guys
thank
next
you
week.
for
Yep.
the
Thanks,
shirt.
Emma. Yep.
Thanks, Emma, for the show.
Bye.